Hello, everyone. For those who don't know me, I'm Kat. I'm a wife, a homeschool mom, and an avid reader. For everyone else, welcome back. Come join me as I take my number of books read from 48 books to 51. I'll see you at the end. Good morning, everyone. I am working or going to work this morning I need to put my art show and yearbook video together so that I can get that to our KCA group so that they can do what they need to do with that. And then once I do that part, I'm going to probably do a little reading and crochet. I am exhausted. It has been a long couple of days, or a long week, really. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. We're all at work days, getting ready for open house, doing open house, getting ready for the art show and the art show itself, and then taking all the art show down. Just has led me to be kind of tired today. But I do have some things that I want to get done still, even though my body is so tired. Yeah, I'm just, anyway, I am going to put this video together and kind of go from there and see what I have. I really just I want a calm day. I don't know that it's gonna happen, but we'll see. And I will check in very soon. Well, it is Saturday at 1 o'clock. I have done all the morning things. I didn't get up until like 9 o'clock this morning. I didn't get out of bed until like 9 o'clock this morning. But I've taken a shower this morning. I've done my Bible time. I've had breakfast. And I updated my bullet journal, especially my reading stuff. And now I need to get reading. Our team for the Escape the Readathon are on our randomization pick, and so I'm going to, I did a spinner wheel and I got my last book for my NetGalley updates. So I'm going to listen to Just Once, and I have that on Spotify. Since I'm the quote-unquote family manager, I get the audiobooks. So where is it? Audiobooks. Just Once, there it is. And Just Once is just under 9 hours. I guess it's listening regularly. So for me, I normally listen at 1.75 to 2 times speed. So hopefully that will mean that it's 4.5 to 5 hours of reading. And so I'm going to do that. And then I don't know what, I'm probably going to crochet while I listen, truthfully. I got to find my earbuds though. I thought they were on that charger. They are not. So I'm gonna listen and do that and crochet this morning and kind of go from there. I do need to make some time this morning or today to go up and type my review for the shadow, or no, not the shadows between us, the darkness within us. Because I have finished that series duology now. I really enjoyed it, but I feel that the second half of the book was kind of rushed. Maybe I need to go back and re-listen to that and just see if that was because I was working on my bullet journal at the same time as listening, and sometimes that can take my focus away. So maybe I'll go and listen to the last 40% again and then jump into just once. So it's probably what I'll do. Because I do want to give it a fair shot. And I really have liked Levin Seller's writing. And if it is a rushed ending, that's not the norm for this author. So I'm gonna check it out and see if it was just me last night. So I will check in with you soon and stop rambling. Alright, so I re-listened to the last 42% of the book. I went back to chapter 17 and redid 17 through 25. And doing that, I didn't miss anything. But it still feels rushed a little bit. There's a lot of missing time in there. Like there's a few places where it's like a fortnight or two later. So there's at least 20 days. Because I believe that's what a fortnight is 10 days. But it just, a fortnight is 2 weeks. So there's at least a month, because I know it did it twice. So it's not timeline, it's not rushed, but as far as like how the reader, or how I perceived it, is it felt very rushed. So there's kind of some trade-offs. It's well done overall, and I really did enjoy the book. I don't know, like I said, the end just feels a little rushed to me. Which I don't remember Daughter of the Siren Queen doing that. But maybe that's because she was planning on vengeance, and so she knew she had time. And maybe there is a third one of this coming out. We'll see. It's been it was 4 years between the first and the second book, so maybe another 4 years for a third one. But overall, enjoyed it, and now I'm going to get started on Just Once by Karen Kingsbury. It is a historical fiction. So I'm gonna enjoy, or keep listening and hopefully enjoy this, and see where things go. The other thing I want to get this done so I can listen to, reread, and now back to you, which will be my second time this month, but I didn't tab the book. And so I want to do that, and then do my unboxing. So I'm going to get started on Just Once and go from there, and I'll check in soon. I am 37% in to Just Once by Karen Kingsbury. And as I'm going through this, I'm really enjoying the storytelling. But I'm remembering why I had stopped reading as much Christian fiction, and it's because as I'm reading, there's a lot of moments where the characters are recognizing God's movement in their life, and it triggers kind of jealous feelings in me towards these fictional characters, because I don't see it that way. Like our main character, it's not Irene, it's Irving. Irvie? No, what's her name? That's not right either. Ervil. She is she's having a panic attack, and she hears God's voice saying, my peace was with you. And that's great in a story. It's what we often want in our lives, but at the same time, I haven't experienced that in the moments of that. And so it kind of leads to just that, why haven't I felt that or had that experience type of feelings. And so I do tend to shy away from very strong characters who are very strong in their faith, I guess, is unless it's like truly biblical characters. So I've read a few series with like the kings of Israel, and those didn't bother me in those cases, because like we have it recorded in the Bible of God speaking to them. But like in this one, this is it's World War II when America gets involved, so in 1941, and it just doesn't feel as fair, I guess. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's just harder for me to not end up walking away with feelings of jealousy, and so I do not normally read a lot of Christian fiction, but I am enjoying the story overall, and I do love it for Ervil that she's having these moments of feeling God close to her during these really hard times of the lead up to America entering into World War II and going forward. I don't see those moments in my life until like I stop and go and look back. and then I'm like, oh yeah, that was God's hand on my life. So it's just a different experience, and it's probably meant to be that way, but I just struggle with it a little bit more. But overall, enjoying the writing. Karen Kingsbury is a great author, and I've enjoyed every book I've read of hers. So I'm gonna keep going through, and I will probably check in at the end of the book. I have finished Just Once, and it broke my heart. He hit a little closer to home than I would have liked. I have already done my crying. You'll have to watch for my NetGalley title. But the dementia, the Alzheimer's in this one really, really hit home, because I could see where Charlie and Audrey, Ervil's son and granddaughter, were struggling with losing Erbil. But overall, great story. I gave it 5 stars. It just really, really swept me away. As I said, I did have a little bit of struggle with some of the traits and things in the book, because it's fiction, because it's ideal, or it could be idealized. I struggle a little bit with that, having the perfect answers sometimes in every situation, or easily having the character turn to God in moments of struggle, when that doesn't always seem like how my life is. But I have finished that book. It was so amazing. I want to recommend it to some different people, but at the same time, I think this is going to have to be one that I'm careful about who I suggest it to, just because of how hard-hitting this book is at the end. But I am going to move on in my reading. I think now that I'm done with all my NetGalleys, I think I'm going to pick up the book that I got during April, which was the group read, or the team read, for the Magical Readathon, and that's Agnes Aubert's Mystical Cat Shelter. After Just Once, I really need something that's a little bit more lighthearted and hopeful. Not saying that Just Once wasn't hopeful, but I need something a little more lighthearted that's not going to hit quite as close to home. So I'm going to start this one and just see where it takes me. I think I have the ebook for this one, but I'm not sure. I may not have requested the ebook. Oh no, I do have the ebook. Okay, so I have the ebook, and so I'm going to do that one, and then I might go back and do And Now Back to You again this month, just so I could tab the book. But as I said, I just need something a little light and fluffy to work on finishing out the month. So I will check in tomorrow with an update on Agnes Aubert's Mystical Cat Shelter. Well, today has been a pretty low-key but busy day. I've spent the day catching up on some housework that needed to be done because that's the life of a stay-at-home mom and a homeschool mom and a co-op mom. Sometimes the house falls to the wayside. One of my fellow homeschoolers said a comment that really just resonated with me. She said, "We're wives, moms, and homemakers." And as that, we can't do all three well. One always falls to the wayside. And so to be a good mom and a good wife, the house has fallen to the wayside. And so now that we're kind of in this in-between stage right now, I'm focusing a little more on housework and giving us a little bit more peace, hopefully, before the craziness starts again. Other than picking up around the house a little bit, here go cats. The auto feeder just went off. But I have listened to about a third of, I'm going to butcher this, Agnes Aubert's Mystical Cat Shelter by Heather Fawcett. This one I am really enjoying. It's, Agnes Aubert is a charity, or she runs a charity cat shelter, and in the very beginning the book is looking for somewhere to rent because magicians had a duel out in front of her old place and knocked down a wall, so she had to find somewhere before the winter came. And the place she finds at a really good rent turns out to have a little bit of trouble with it. A really cute story so far. I'm really enjoying it. It really makes me want to give Emily Wilde a second chance, because I just, when I tried that one last time, or when I tried that one, it just was the wrong time for me. And I knew it at that moment. I just couldn't focus on it. And so I had set it aside, and decided I would come back. And after this one, I think coming back to it might be happening sooner rather than later. But I am really enjoying this. It's super cute. I love His Highness, the one of the resident cats at the shelter. He belongs to Agnes along with Banshee. Those two aren't part of the shelter, other than she lives above the shelter, and so the two have kind of free roam of the shelter, but they are not up for adoption. So I am enjoying this. I am also watching some sprints and crocheting. I actually have gotten a good amount done so far. I think last time I had done an update on this, I was just on the purple. I might have gotten into the white, but I have now added all the purples and almost done with this light purple, the lightest shade of purple. And I have to decide if I'm going to go and make it like a ombre back and forth from dark to light and back to dark, or if I'm just gonna go from the lightest and then make it a pattern of A, B, C, A, B, C, as far as the dark purples go. So I'm not 100% sure. I have I'm on row 13. I have the rest of 13, then 14, 15, and 5 more rows. So I have at least 7 rows to do before I have to make a decision. And it's a great time to make that decision because it is during the week now, and I can run to Hobby Lobby tomorrow if I need to. So I'm gonna get back to listening to Agnes Aubert's Mystical Cat Society for just a little bit longer, and then I'm gonna go to bed for tonight, but I'll let you know what I think soon. I don't think I updated since I finished. I finished Agnes Aubert's Magical Cat Shelter. Very, very, very cute novel. And it really made me want to try to pick up the encyclopedia, Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies again. I had started it and it just wasn't the right time for me. So, I really, really enjoyed the magic system in it, in Agnes Aubert's. That one, it reminded me of Howl's Moving Castle mixed with a cat shelter idea. Very, very strong Howl's Moving Castle vibes, at least with the movie. So, I can't remember with the book. The book I think was more political for Howl's Moving Castle, not so much with the movie. But following that, I went ahead and am rereading And Now Back to You so that I can tab it. So if I finish it as quickly as I did the first time, it won't quite be bookends, but it's kind of bookends of my month. I started with And Now Back to You, and now I'm rereading it, so that I can tab it, because I, for whatever reason, totally forgot that it was not a good book to just listen to and enjoy. Because I have the tabs, and I like to tab the book with those ones. So I am going to keep reading this one. My thoughts really haven't changed any since I listened to it the first time. It's cute. It is... They say enemies to lovers, but it's not really enemies to lovers. They're not ever really enemies. He just doesn't like certain aspects of who she seems to be, who she's portrayed to be, but it turns out that it's not really her. So I'm going to keep listening to this and following along and tabbing, and then I will check in very soon with what I'm reading next to finish Escape the Readathon. An update on that: we are in the tech room, I believe, and we're trying to fix something. And when we had 4 options, we tried 2, 1 was wrong, and so now we're having to continue picking another one. So we're in damage control. That's where we're at. So hopefully the canister we picked as our backup is correct and does not explode on us like the one of the 2 that we chose originally, so that we can get to the escape pod. Based on what I have seen of vlogs and things, I feel that the scientists are ahead of us, but I may be wrong on that. We're just gonna kind of go with it and see where we're at. It's the 28th, so we have like 4 more days. We go until Sunday. So I'm gonna get reading so I can submit these pages, and hopefully we get out of the damage control room, or fix what's wrong in the damage control room, and can go to the next room. I am upstairs getting ready to put this vlog together. I did get the notice today while my husband and I were at the movie theater having a date, that our team is getting ready, or we have escaped the previous room, and now we are working on the next prompt. I'm really excited about this because it means that we might escape. We have 2 days. It's the 29th right now, and so we have until the 31st to escape. So maybe we will, maybe not. I've never been on the winning team, so we'll just see how it goes. Overall though, I think I've had a pretty good reading week. Let me see actually how good or bad this week has been. 1, 2, 3. So I finished 3 books and rereading 1, almost done with it. I think I have like 30% left of And Now Back to You, which is a reread. As I said before, I started the month with this one, forgetting that it was part of the Probably Smut book club, and so I had tabs for it and forgot to follow along while I was reading or listening to it to tab all the parts. So I've gone back and doing that now. And while nothing has been new, it still is a cute reread, even so soon after reading it the first time. So overall, great week. It's been a while since I've finished 3 to 4 books a week consistently for the month, but I think for the most part that is what May has been. So for May, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, including the reread, and 1 DNF for the month. I think I'm pretty good, and we're not even done yet. So overall, great time, and I am ready to see what comes next. But you'll just have to wait to join me in that. I'll see you next time. Bye.